All new tonight, the president of UAW Local 14 says some of his workers have been accused of committing unemployment fraud by the state, but they were really just laid off. Michael Sandlin talked to the president of Local 14 today. Mike, what did you find out?
Melissa, Local 14's president Tony Toddy says these were workers who were applied for the unemployment back in 2021 during the semiconductor shortage, only for someone else to fraudulently apply for unemployment in their name a year later. This was brought to the attention of the state unemployment office, but Toddy says instead of catching those responsible, the state accused the workers of fraud.
When they did that, they locked their account, and then they started to receive the threatening letters because the state deemed it all as fraud, even the legitimate layoff.
The letters in question were from the Department of Job and Family Services, warning the workers that they needed to pay back thousands in wages owed to the state. And when GM got wind of it, they wanted their employment payback too.
One of our members was told that he owes back $9,800 to the state and then $4,000 to General Motors.
Toddy says 36 workers have run into this issue, and at least one has already cut a check.
He knows he didn't commit fraud, but when you have the state attorney general coming after you, you want to do whatever you can to resolve that issue.
Looking for answers, Toddy got in touch with Job and Family Services.
Since all of the headache, they've been very helpful to try to get us the resolution that we need.
In fact, representatives with Job and Family Services are coming to UAW Local 14 headquarters to work personally with those affected later this week, with a rep writing in part, quote, "It's an opportunity for us to better understand their experience, resolve any existing outstanding issues, and establish what we and they can do to best ensure a smooth claims process moving forward." Toddy hopes this week's meeting closes this unfortunate chapter for his workers, but he says it isn't a singular case, instead shows flaws in the system he thinks the federal government needs to help fix. Toddy has invited us to be at Friday's meeting so we can meet the people who have been affected and hopefully see the case put to rest. Reporting in studio, I'm Michael Sandlin, WTOL 11.